Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me can make me.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to get through it quick enough.
Oh,
Well, they do.
Mastro's really low. Try to keep out. Oh, Sombra gets Mela, but the revive from Mercy. And a huge barrage from Mela!
A little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. What I want you to want, what I want you to feel, but it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go, watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here 'cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I can't feel. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Welcome.
This is new for us, so please deal with all the technical difficulties that might happen.
What are you talking about? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna swim through. We're gonna be just perfectly fine. No issues whatsoever. We got some good mics. We got some good cameras. We got some good players. We got some good shoutcasters, and then me. So we're gonna have plenty. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have some good Rocket League. We're gonna have some good, clean fun.
Welcome everyone. My name is Joshua Ingles, president and founder of the esports club here at Charleston Southern University. Today, joining me, Dave, introduce yourself.
Yep. I'm David Barker. I am one of the co-founders and the community director of Reforged Gaming Lounge. We just opened up our sort of pilot location here in Charleston, South Carolina. We are a modern-day arcade with consoles, PCs, tabletop, and a full bar. So we are super happy to have Josh and the Charleston Southern team here to compete in their conference finals. We are so happy to have them. Josh has been telling us quite a bit about sort of the history that these two teams have. You guys have played each other about 4 times, you said.
Yeah, this is the 4th matchup in the series, spanning back to the Big South regular season last spring. UNC Asheville currently holds a 2-1 advantage over us, but we hold a playoff win over them.
And you guys are in the same conference, so that you guys have, it's a bit of a rivalry that's starting to pop up. And the fact that you guys are so close actually makes that a little bit more entertaining. So you guys get to be able to have, hopefully today will be a really fun match to watch.
Very much so. We'll take a quick look at the playoff bracket. As you can see here, and I'll pull this over so we can actually see it.
Good call.
UNC Asheville enters this playoff bracket as the 2 seed. We're the 4 seed. And the way it's done, these conferences are split up into 2 groups, A group, B group. Top 4 teams from each group advance to the playoffs. So all your odd seed teams are Group A, all your even seed teams are Group B. UNC Asheville finished the regular season undefeated, perfect 7-0. We were right behind them at 6-1.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
And now that one loss was against them, wasn't it?
Correct, yes.
Now, that was the fun, that was the interesting, was that the interesting one where you guys had a bunch of technical issues?
Yeah, that match, one of our players had to go to a friend's house because his internet just completely died on him. And the other player, I think it was a school issue, I can't remember exactly, but wasn't able to get online until like a minute before the match time.
Yeah, that's always super stressful.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, overall, it's been like a pretty dominant season for both of you guys. So it's very fitting to see these 2 teams in the finals. So, I mean, we've got, having seen some of the highlights from both teams over the last couple of games, I've gotten to see a little bit of footage. It should end up being a pretty fun match. I'm not going to say it's a knuckle biter in terms of close, because I'm honestly, you never know. You're never really going to be sure until you get to see it.
Right.
Because you can predict all you want. You can predict a blowout one way or the other. You can predict it coming down to game 7. But you're really not going to know until you really face each other in this exact environment.
And this should be a show-stopping match. Like regular season, it was 3-0, but each game was 1 goal. in favor of UNC Asheville. So we can see this going the distance. We could see a few lucky breaks and one team sweeps. It all depends. And, you know, we're going to see it on the field, and that's all that matters.
Right, and that's what's that's one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to this match. Is like I personally always enjoy a really close match because you really get to see the skill and the coordination of teams sort of develop as the match goes on, and if one team gets momentum, you can really start to see that. And then you get to see if one team starts to fall behind, you get to really see, it's like, okay, how do you bounce back? How do you sort of recover? How do you gain momentum in your advantage?
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be fun to sort of see how this game plays out.
Those who are the first time here, championship match is going to be a best-of-7 series. We're actually going to be alternating some of the maps. It's a bit of a visual thing. Really nice. Using the RLCS map rotation. I'm going to yell at my guys 1 second.
Good, yelling. So this is what Josh does. He gets to yell at people, and I just get to be a good host, which I'm perfectly fine with. So, and then behind us, obviously, is the lounge. Right behind us is the actual bar of the lounge. So we've got Chris and our wonderful bartender, Kate, who's just hanging out with us. And we do have some people watching the game on the big screen. We do have in the lounge, we've got a big screen TV where everyone's just able to watch and hang out and cheer these teams on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just had to let the guys know to finish up this last game so they can get in lobby and get going.
Okay.
Transition back. And David, I want to thank you for hosting us, allowing us to use your equipment, use your space to host tonight's championship match and tomorrow's Overwatch championship match.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, coming from the collegiate scene about 8 or 10 years ago, where there was very little to no support for esports teams, now starting to see over the last 7 or so years, it really started to develop in universities all across the country. And it's made me very hopeful for the development of esports, especially in North America, to where the more and more chances that we see people being able to be supported at a younger age gives us a likelihood to be more competitive on the international stage, which obviously in many esports we've struggled in terms of North America, so it'll be really cool to see as these teams start to develop and these players start to develop at a younger age and get that support, then we get to see that competitive level really start to shine across the globe. And as you guys start to be able to develop your programs and your teams out, it's super exciting to be in such close proximity to you guys so that we can provide any sort of infrastructure and support that we can.
And it's not just on the collegiate level that esports is booming. Somerville High School has their own arena. Charleston High School has their own arena. And they have 5-year plans where they're going to get all the middle schools involved in esports. It's a crazy thing to see.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's developed. A lot of school administrators and parents for such a long time have sort of cast esports down to the side, not really holding it at the same level as, say, soccer, baseball, basketball, football, for obvious reasons in terms of its infrastructure and long-standing sort of relationship in American culture. But now, as esports has grown in American culture, we get to see a greater respect for it and now a greater support level for it. So it's really cool to see schools pretty much all around us that are starting to develop these programs so that way they can sort of cater to that talent and provide not only a place for them to compete, but future opportunities in school for especially like internships or scholarships.
Yeah. And apologies on my end. I'm managing the stream elements and did not catch they were joining lobby, so it's my bad. About a minute in, scoreless. CSU, our 3 players, Lord Lasagna, captain, sophomore cybersecurity major, Noxum, senior, computer science major, and then we have, he always changes his name. Cole Palma is what he's going by today.
Cole Palma, okay.
I have seen probably 4 or 5 different usernames from him.
Okay.
Usually some version of Cole, but there was one time it was just straight SpongeBob.
Okay, that'll work. Okay.
So,
which means at one point you had to cast that SpongeBob that scored a goal.
Yes, I have.
Great. That's awesome. But it looks like they're right now just trading possessions right now. You're seeing UNC Asheville go in, try to basically score, and then you'll see Lasagna basically right there. It was just a defensive play, and now it looks like they're fighting for possession again. Oh, there he goes. There's Cole Palmer just breaking away from the goal.
Knocks him a good touch towards the backboard. Ali Botox is going to be there. Ali B is a brand new addition for this fall for UNC Asheville's roster. In the Big South season last year, we played Mr. Flamingo. We played against Grizz. And I think their substitute player was also on their spring roster. But Ali B, Grand Champ level player at peak. Really good, skilled, and one of the big reasons why they've gone undefeated this regular season.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, the fact that you've got skill level in this particular match is going to be really exciting to see if that's going to be able to shine. Because right now it's really just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Usually somewhere around midfield we're seeing like them trade off, but as we've seen a couple shots off the backboard, a couple of good saves.
And so far, 2 shots from both sides. Noxon has both from CSU. That ball's gonna. Or Lasagna barely able to get there. Goodness,
save.
Josh.
What a great save.
Grizz is gonna take that up.
Ceiling shot. It's deflected off. Oh.
But in a game like Rocket League, game 1 is always going to be feeling each other out. You shouldn't expect a lot of goals unless one team's just really on a hot streak.
Right.
You're dialing in for a 7-game series. You can't expect this to be a blowout, not in a championship match.
Right, and those round ones, for, like you said, feeling each other out, is kind of common in games that are like best of 7, or even in different sports such as fights. Oh, look at that! What a great first goal, great set from Noxium right there.
Oh.
That gains control, taps it in, just right over the defender, right into the top of that goal. What a great, good first goal for the match. Now we're going to get to see if we have momentum that builds from the two teams, or if we can see that UNC Asheville will be able to respond anytime.
Hey, just soft touch up and just a flick over. Nice, simple. Every 4 minutes. It's a good lead for CSU fans. I'm happy about this.
That's the thing. We have to try. It's very difficult to be
unbiased.
Well, obviously, it's a local team. It's your alma mater, soon to be, and so we have to make sure that we are. Oh, we had a demolition right there.
Well, takes that bomb up, but missed touch off the backboard allows Grizz a basically empty net shot. It's good beat by Ali B to set it up, and just one missed touch. These skill levels, a missed touch, it's almost a guaranteed goal.
True. It is like one little misstep. If you're playing casually and you're like an absolute casual like myself, it's one mistouch. That's just part of playing. But at this level, a small misstep can lead an opening like that.
Just gonna put it in. Oh, he's not able to get that second touch. Pull back in. Nothing there. Just back to midfield. Try to regain some boost. Grizz will play this out to the corner. Down, Ali B gets it over 1. Not enough to get a shot back on goal. Mr. Flamingo down, but Noxon's able to get it out. I think we're going to have overtime here, game 1. Unless, Noxon almost gets the redirect touch.
Now, we haven't really touched much on boosts for this, but one other thing that really sort of separates players in terms of skill is being able to understand how to manage boost across the map, where you're able to coordinate with your teammates. It's like who's going to pick up that boost, who's going to be able to go for, like, compared to the small to the big ones, to be able to really allow people who are trying to strike and set up attacks to really build off of that and make sure they have enough boost to make that happen.
Right. One of the more recent additions a few seasons ago is in the circles is a boost meter that all players are able to see, which is a very nice thing. For people watching at home, they just look at the side, see the name and current boost as it changes mid-game. Nice and simple. Players, you got to be able to communicate that. You got to know you can't just be boost hungry all the time where you're always going for the big boosts. You got to know how to conserve, got to know how to pick up pads as efficiently as possible. Noxum's going to deep that shot down. On goal. Shot saved by Mr. Flamingo.
An immediate attack back. All right, that was very close.
CSU is having some good shots thus far. Cannot complain. Cannot hate this.
Oh, that's going to be a goal.
And Lord
Lord
Lasagna!
Lasagna is able to put it away in overtime, almost a minute and a half into overtime, being able to secure a round 1 victory here.
Just 2 people committed out of the corner. Grizz ain't able to rotate back yet. And that's just simple, easy game 1 win.
So tell me, this, Josh. When it comes to selecting cars, is there a meta for actual cars themselves, or is that really not as big of an issue? Is it more aesthetics, or is there actually like a difference?
You will see 3 main styles cars. One's the Octane, the other's the Fennec, and the other's the Dominus. The rest of the vehicles build off of those 3 hitboxes. So you'll have some style differences, but it's those main 3, and those are the 3 you'll see forever. Especially in competitive right now in the RLCS scene.
Okay. Is there typically one that's considered better than the other 2 right now, or is it pretty fairly balanced?
In the United States, you're going to get Octane.
More often than not.
Okay.
Europe, Asia is more dominated by the Fennec.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get game 2 started. Now all 3 players are in. Okay. Up. Okay, we're just gonna leave this lobby for disconnects.
We had a disconnect?
I believe so. Make lobby. All right.
Oh, really?
Oh goodness.
Okay. We'll make sure, like I'll test with Chris in the back just to make sure the network is. It's been pretty stable for everything on our side. It could just be Rocket League being Rocket League, though.
Alright, lobby's back up.
Alright, both teams are back in. Should be going.
All right,
Back here for game 2.
So in this initial sort of face-off, as everyone's about to sort of just charge right into the ball, a novice like myself would be like, everyone's going to charge directly at this ball, and first, whoever gets to touch it first, obviously, yay for them. But in terms of like a strategy, is there typically 1 or 2 people who go for the ball and 1 person hangs back, obviously to prevent like an easy free goal?
You'll always have 1 person depending on where they spawn on the field for kickoff. They're the one who's going directly to the ball. Then you'll usually have 1 player follow right behind them. So if players essentially kill the ball right in midfield, they'll try to get a quick shot at goal or another 50 happening. And then you have 1 person who always stands back because kickoffs can be weird and have weird collisions just to keep
Ooh,
going.
demolition into a goal by Noxum right there. Look at that. Oh. Watch how fast this happens, though.
Cole puts it center. Mac Monster not able to get off the backboard, and Lord Lasagna. Nice little demo, picturesque 1-0 here in game 2.
Very early on. Very early on compared to last game. I have seen Grizz have a couple of really good saves, though, over this match so far.
This is... both teams, I think, are neck and neck. I feel like from an experience level, we have an extra season compared to UNC Asheville on experience, but out just open net.
Able to follow up right there immediately.
Just, it's a bad touch of Lord Lasagna. He wanted to pull it towards UNC's corner. Just off touch, and straight in for Ali B. CSU, we started esports in the fall of 2023. We only had 2 teams, Rocket League and Super Smash Brothers. And in the spring, Big South started 2 demos. Pretty open net, but it's off target. CSU's going to get out unscathed here with the tie game.
Oh, gets knocked away by all these.
Ooh, that's a bad touch.
Chris is able to follow that up with another goal.
Just wanted very clear, and I can hear it from him. Just wanted to essentially pinch it off the ground, pop it up really high, and just got too much of the scarf.
Gotcha.
Asheville's got their first lead of the series in game 2.
Seems able to save one here.
Marlon puts it up towards the net. Nate gets a redirect and goes for second. It's taken out. Cole's trying to search.
He's able to knock it away right there.
Bit of a slow play in the corner. Gets it above Mac Monster. Down. Knocks
See
him
if he can
in.
put it in there. Good. Nice assist right there. Takes it all the way across the corner of the goal. Just puts it right in front. Sets it up for Knoxon to be able to just put it away.
Look at Asheville's boost amount. Had him starved. One of the reasons Mac Monster couldn't get to that ball and pop it up over the goal. 2-2. Oh,
Ooh,
no.
almost makes it 3-2 right there.
Almost a kickoff goal. Josh is going to keep that back out, but Grizz with the touch. That misses. Will reset here. Grizz goes solo. Mac Monster gets a demo and knocks him. Cole gets there, no save, and a great pinch off the wall. It's close.
Knoxon's
Good
able to knock it away.
50s,
Good.
but even better defense off rip.
A lot of small touches right there at the goal.
That'll be a simple shot saved by Ali B.
So is he going to get a good setup here?
A lot of chances for both teams really in this game.
It's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of back and forth compared to last match here.
Drops that down. Grizz won't get the touch. Goal clears. You want a game of Rocket League to be back and forth. It's more fun. It's more exciting. You really test players.
Oh, we're sitting at the edge of our seats right now.
Oh, yeah. Palmer drops that down, but that'll be off the backboard for Grizz. Good block by Noxum, and it's favorable pinch out. I'll be able to take this off the wall. It's on the wheels.
Ooh, good save by Cole.
Hit these two CSU defenders, leaving low boost amounts right now. Only seeing about 12, 10, 0 on CSU sides. We need to get boost here quick. Cole finally able to pick up 100. Noxum's going to try to just get this out, but pressure. That's Asheville's game right now. CSU bend, don't break. High ball here. Sonic finally going to get this ball out into the orange half. 1 minute left. A tie game here in game 2. Ooh. Oh.
Good. He sacrificed himself for that save right there.
There is a great idea trying to bump or get rid of that defender. He does, but he's able to get the touch. Gets another one here. Oh, middle. Was not able to get there in time.
CSU has had a lot of really good setup shots. Oh, this might follow up! What a great put away by Lord Lasagna right there.
Out of nowhere almost.
Knoxon just backs it right there and then immediately follows up, and Lasagna comes basically out of the back into the midfield, is able to put it away. Yeah, that last possession was really tenuous because you had Asheville basically just attacking, and having many like close calls at CSU's goal right there, and it really just being a fight for boost in a huge way, where it's like CSU's trying to get boost, but they're at the same time they're trying to defend, and they finally were able to break it away, and then be able to make sure that they could actually get
Ali B's touch off the crossbar.
Very close, very scary. Now we're gonna run into the final seconds here. If they put it on the ground, then
Monster passes off to Ali B. Gonna have a playoff ceiling, and it's off the top corner.
All right, so we got a 2-0 game here with CSU.
This is a great series thus far.
Oh,
Two
absolutely.
1-goal games, exactly what we're expecting. Really can't ask for better.
No, I mean this has been a really fun matchup so far. It's not been a blowout like we said. Like we said at the very beginning, we were thinking this is going to be close, and this has been close in such a good way, where you get to have that tension build, you get to have that explosion of excitement right there as soon as like a goal comes up, and it's just like you had basically a comeback victory here from CSU, 2 unanswered goals, where Knoxon was basically able to have 2 really solid goals. You had 3 saves as well from him, and then Cole was able to assist both times in those goals from Knoxon. So good setups. And that's one thing that I've seen that CSU's had a good time in being able to get a really good center shot set up, and then having their teammates basically being able to put it in and have a really direct shot for the goal. At least 2 out of the 3 goals from that last game were really good setup shots from center, allowing a CSU player to be able to just have a really direct shot on goal.
Yeah. What's really the tail of that game too, Alibi, 8 shots on net, only 1 goal.
Very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. And a lot of those were in that one exchange at CSU's goal when they were trying to fight for boost and be able to break it away.
These 2 teams are competing here in the National Esports Collegiate Conference, or the NECC. The season is divided in, well, there's 2 main seasons, a fall season, a spring season, each with their own conference championship. If you win your conference championship, you get an automatic bid into the national championship, and Grizz puts that in real quick.
He was very patient with that. He allowed himself to watch how this goes. You had a couple of bounces off of the goal here, and then Grizz is able to just be patient, just tap it away.
It really is the tail there. Or Lasagna and Knoxon both double commit for that save, and Josh gets the worst touch, leaving it right in the middle of the net. Grizz only had maybe 5 boosts. Cole's going to get that over and in.
Response.
Kickoff goal from CSU. Cole, great first touch, gets it around the defender, and then over Grizz right into that top left corner.
Very quick response right there.
This is such a good series.
Oh, absolutely. This is great. I haven't gotten to really watch a lot of Rocket League over the last 6 months. And now I'm able to sit down and really just take it in and watch a really competitive match. This is incredibly exciting.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Flamingo puts that off the corner. Grizz puts it right in. Woo. Flamingo puts that in. 2-1 lead here for Asheville in game 3. It's just fantastic touch.
So did that, when Cole was trying to knock it away, did it go back onto the wall and hit him again and sort of tap it back towards the goal?
Yeah, he essentially pinched it and stopped it right on the goal. He's going to take this up. Knoxon's going to save that. Now the great touch from Mr. Flamingo. It's going to allow CSU counterattack.
Ooh, that's a good call. That was close.
Almost in anyways, besides the failed redirect. Just puts it in the corner. Ooh, not the greatest touch from Knoxon, but Ali P's going to miss left.
Lasagna's able to sort of help knock it away a little bit better.
CSU, they're making some big mistakes here. Should probably have been a 3-1 scoreline.
Okay, how do you see that? Oh, hold up a second. Oh, that was a good save right there by Grizz.
I feel like Ali B should have made that shot. It was just a bad touch off the back wall off of Knoxon. And then it was essentially a wide open net on that left side. A lot of back and forth play, a lot on Asheville's half. They're finally going to get redirect, and Cole's just going to bounce that off the back wall. Ooh, good goal line save by Cole. Ronnie's going to take it slow, but gets demoed for his thoughts. 3-1 Asheville.
Very aggressive play right there. There's been a ton of demolitions that Asheville's been able to pull off. Like right there, perfect example. He completely gets the defender out of commission for an easy goal at that point. Open goal, no defenders on the screen when the goal comes in. But I think there's been at least, there's like 5 demolitions that Asheville's been able to pull off. I think CSU might have been able to pull off 1 in game 2. There's been a ton of demolitions on Asheville's side.
And demolitions, as you get higher in the ranks of Rocket League, become more and more important. Because when you have people who can make almost perfect touches all the time, be able to come off the ceiling with double or triple flip resets and score whenever they want to. Making it a 2 versus 3, or if you're playing 2 versus 1, it's such a huge advantage. Those 2 or 3 seconds that player's off the field is critical. And goals, especially on demolitions on the goal line, they just show for themselves.
Right, and being able to recover from a demolition is also incredibly important too. So like if you're out of commission for a couple seconds, good score right there by Cole. But being able to look at that almost right off of the cell, and then Cole comes in as it's pretty much a center shot right there, and is able to drive it right in, right with 2 defenders right there. But like we were saying, going off of those demolitions, when you do get demoed, you have a couple of seconds where you have basically nothing that you're able to do, and then you're able to immediately, if you're experienced enough, you're able to immediately adapt to coming back into the game. Be aware of your surroundings, have good communication with your teammates, and then be able to jump right back in without having to sort of take it in to be able to realize, okay, what's going on right now.
So, makes the air touch, and we're just going to get some midfield play here. Cole to Noxum. Just going to get another touch to the middle or design a shot off left.
It's on the backboard there.
Oh, mistake. That's not going to get capitalized that much unless Cole shot off right.
Really?
I can hear his anguish in the background.
He knew he had an opportunity right there, just a little off right there.
See, she's still putting on the pressure, doing all right when it comes to boost managing right now, but Asheville almost done right now defending this net. Chris finally able to get some.
And Cole's able to knock it up. There we go.
Getting boost, able to push it. Now we're seeing the Asheville counterattack. 53 seconds left to go in the match. Pass out and set by Noxum. Briz, that's on target, saved by Lasagna, and Cole gets demoed.
Another demo right there by Asheville.
Trying to go for another one there.
Would have been a really nice attack right there.
51 by Asheville. Was going to keep this in the middle.
Oh, good save by Amigo right there, or Flamingo right there.
He's got, makes those shots, makes those goals, passes it off, but still safe. Nicely read by Asheville. Noxum's going to clear this out. Need to get something here, or we're going to see a 2-1 scoreline here. Fall championship match.
Demo right there, but it looks like
That
might
will
be
do
a
it.
little too late. It is now a 2-1 matchup here in favor of Charleston Southern.
And because we had to recreate lobby,
It's gonna be a little bit weird on just the setting side. Thankfully, our little overlay automatically keeps track of the actual scoreline.
I'm going to step away for just a few seconds here. I will momentarily be gone, but I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll take a quick look over
just the match progress to remind everyone where we're at. Pretty tight games, pretty close scoring games, all things considered. 2-1, 3-2, 3-2. Nobody showing out offensively, but that's just because of how good these teams are and the defense that they're able to play right now. It's a great series. Spectate. As we get back here into, I was on the wrong thing. Back here into game 4, Utopia Coliseum at dusk. A little bit of your kickoff. We haven't fought. And we're gonna have to remake this lobby again.
Don't know why we're having all of these technical difficulties. Back up. So we've had to remake lobby again.
Really?
Yeah, don't know what technical issues we're dealing with when it comes to that.
It looks like it's just happening when the new match starts. So it's like the lobby's trying to.
Don't fully know what's going on. As we back into here, we've had it successful, but I don't know what's fully going on.
Right. Right now, from what we're seeing off Ubiquity, everything's running pretty smoothly.
Okay.
No drops from our side, so it's most likely Rocket League servers at this point.
Oh, just a missed aerial from Lord Lasagna, and this ball should be saved. Realistically, this ball should be saved.
Just off by just a little bit there.
But this is what it is, and Asheville's up early. 10 seconds in, 1-0 lead.
Now let's see here if Charleston Southern can immediately respond. Like this happened in last game as well, where they had a very early score, and then Asheville was able to, or Charleston Southern was able to very quickly respond within about a minute or so.
Still a lot of back and forth play. Lord Lasagna's going to try to get back. LED puts that backboard. It drops down.
Ooh, good knock away by Cole right there.
Sets up for a good counterattack. 3-on-1. Great save. Knoxon's not going to get high enough for that. Right back out. And if this ball just gets pinged from one side of the field to the next. Over, LG's going to get the boost. CSU not looking too great on boost. The only one with boost right now is Knoxon.
Right, it looks like Ali B was able to basically take that away from Cole before he could grab it himself.
See, Ali B's doing a great job at reacting to Knoxon's touches. And those are the two grand shot players here.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna be. You should be at the top of the scoreline for these kind of matches. Not to discredit any of the other players.
Double demo right here.
It's like having a LeBron James on the team.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Always nice to have at least one of those.
A lot of back and play. Touch up for Alibi, gets over one and gets the second touch. Ooh, 2 goals from Alibi here in the first 2 minutes of game 4.
Able to bounce it immediately off the backboard and then right back in. He's able to, he can see it coming. He can see it bouncing off and immediately is able to position his car to be able to make sure that he gets the right angle to put it right back in.
Pretty neutral kickoff. Knoxon's going to get that over one. But, bump over by Asheville side. That's going to give CSU some chances. High off the crossbar. Knoxon's able to save. We've had this bit of a change after game 2. Asheville seems just a little bit faster, a little more concise with their touches.
Definitely more aggressive.
CSU's just kind of, they've fallen a little bit behind. Like a triple commit right there leaves an open net. Just a few more mistakes at crucial moments is what we're seeing.
And we're seeing all 3 players right there trying to basically fight off of that attack. And they're just able to attack.
Halfway through game 4, 3-0 lead for Asheville.
Cole picks up a demo right there. Ooh, good knock away by Knoxon right there.
It's saying earlier, the winner gets an automatic bid to the national playoff for Rocket League here in the NECC, as well as a championship trophy that gets sent to the school.
And I have seen that trophy. That's a pretty slick looking trophy.
This Flamingo down, gets touched, saved by Knoxon, but a double commit on the back line. Could still be dangerous, not a lot of boost. Ali B gets that up. No touches there, 4-0. And everyone is on the board for Asheville here. 9 shots compared to CSU's 1, and that shows on the scoreline, 4-0.
Yeah, a lot of this match has taken place with CSU basically having to constantly play defense. Like you're seeing pretty much the entire time between possessions or between goals right there was almost exclusively at CSU's goal right there, basically having to fight for boost, be able to defend, knock away. But as soon as they would knock away, you would see their opponents basically be able to like push again and again and again, set up shots. Just basically trying to fight. Oh, he had one, but he was able to knock away there.
It's just mistakes. It's not that CSU's fully getting outplayed. It's just some missed touches where there should be a few double and even the triple commit. It's a lot of CSU's own errors of why Asheville's gotten such a big lead.
Mm-hmm. And those little things, even though they're small mistakes, at this level, those mistakes pile up very, very quickly and very, very early. So you can see how much momentum we have right now on this game too. So it's probably most likely, with just a minute remaining, we're going to see a 2-2 tie now between the two schools.
Lasagna almost able to get that 50 into the net, but it was off the right corner. Now we're just back to the back and forth. Noxum's going to get it over one. Not enough boost to really follow up. Double commit, but into the corner where you want it. And Ali B is going to keep that out, and we're just going to get some slow play. I think this is probably all she wrote here for game 4. CSU needs to figure out how to stop making these errors. With Asheville, they've gotten themselves warmed up. It's been close games all throughout, but this is the first true blowout of the series. Quickly pick it down. 2-1. 4-0 win here in the series. Back to even. So we'll switch back and I'll update that in a second because I got a lot of things I have to do here.
We got a bit of a crowd just start to pile in real quick because they're wanting to watch the match.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, there was a guy who had a hat on that says Amateur Esports Union. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get this updated. It should show up on the graphic.
So now with a 2-2 right here, and we have UNC Asheville with the momentum clearly in this case. We have to be able. This is basically where you're not only going to see a skill difference, but a pressure difference, where you're going to see how these players are able to sort of handle the pressure of not being the team with the momentum. And then you're also going to be able to see Asheville respond. It's like, hey, how do we maintain that momentum and build off of that?
Right.
And that's not only in just this match in particular. That's any sport. So any sports, whether it be an esport such as League or Overwatch or Rocket League in this case, to any traditional sport as well, from soccer to football to baseball, basketball. That kind of momentum can be absolutely debilitating unless you're able to handle it right, unless you're able to overcome that.
And in contrast to traditional athletics, esports is so quick, so fast-paced, back to back to back. Imagine NBA, every game in the series is played on the same night.
Oh, yeah. And basically break it down into 2 quarters instead of 4.
Yeah.
In terms of how fast these games can play out.
Early aggression here from Asheville. Shot saved by Cole. And just going to throw it back to the corner. Back in. It's by 1. Gets demoed, but gets the save. CSU safe for now. This has been a completely different, well, not completely, just a more succinct Asheville squad that we have seen after game 2.
They look very coordinated. I mean, they've definitely, in terms of the first match, they were definitely a lot more passive, but they've definitely turned on that aggression. They've made a lot more shots, pushing all 3 players to the front or to basically the front of their goal, and they're always having to apply pressure, always applying pressure, always making sure that they also control boosts. So we can see that in certain scenarios, especially when you're at the back of your goal with basically your backs to the net per se, it's very hard to be able to break away to get boost because you have the feel of like, oh, if I step away even for a moment, that goal is going to be wide open.
Up from here from CSU. Thankfully in the Asheville half, that's going to go off into the corner. The crowd do we have over there?
we-
Hard for me to turn my back.
So we've got about like 7 or 8 people in here right now. There's a couple people with who have brought kids in here that are just watching and checking stuff out right now. So
Good save and gets out of danger here. Still 0-0 nearing the 3 minutes left mark, but open net. Oh, pass off. No.
oh,
Cole!
there we go. Good job by
Yes!
Cole. That was a really scrappy finish there at the net.
Pass goes into Knox. I'm not able to get it up, but off the backboard and just enough for, I believe that was Mr. Flamingo, able to get a touch, but not in a good direction. 1-0 CSU.
Well, let's see if CSU is able to build off of that momentum here. We're already back at Asheville's goal here.
All staying right here. Asheville finally able to clear out. Ali B gets the corner. It's always big. This should be cleared out. Nobody's up for Asheville. Cole tries to go for a redirect. We're back to the corner.
Let's see if Lasagna. Oh, Lasagna was trying to fight for it, but they were able to push it up a little bit higher towards the ceiling and get away from it.
Oh, a little bit of a low touch, and that's going to come back to bite. Knoxum not able to get up the wall quick enough. Perhaps just jumped a bit too far out. Anyways, tied again in Game 5. Basically a best-of-3 series now.
Right.
This is going to be early kickoff. Actually saved by CSU. Could have been a quick 2-1 lead for Asheville. Was not able to drop that down. Mr. Flamingo, third man, keeps it, but we should be getting into the half.
Lasagna gets a goal, or a demo, immediately followed by a demo against Knoxum here.
Teams reset. Knoxum's trying to get it out of this half, back on the midfield line. Joshua's going to keep pushing this. He's calling that
that
off
set
down
up
in the
here.
middle. Cole,
Oh,
and
great!
in!
Another goal by Cole here. 2 goals, 2 shots on goal. 100% success right here with Cole's attack. But look at that good setup there. Lasagna is able to put up another direct, like basically put it right in the center, and Cole's able to drive right towards it and put in the goal.
And it's another one of Cole's shots that kind of goes straight down into the ground and get a favorable kick off the car of Asheville into the net. But this Flamingo almost gets a double touch, but it's an own
immediate
goal. This is great touch by Ali B to set it up. Mr. Flamingo, great touch on the sidewall. That's perfect what you want for a double touch. The Cole just, it's on the wrong end of that ball, and it's just in. Forced error ties it here in Game 5.
2 minutes to go. Tied game, tied series right here. Very close. A little shot. And Grizz is able to knock it out.
We're going to see Mr. Flamingo able to outplay. Gets it over, but Knoxum's just going to take it on the wall, get it back to the field, make sure nothing can really come from this right now. Grizz throws a shot off towards the corner. Just back to transition offense and defense.
Oh,
Both
Lasagna's
sides.
able to counter right there, put another shot on goal, but
Close shot, not enough power at all. Still keeping it here in Asheville half. Grizz is going to have a great shot and in.
very long shot, but because there was no defenders at that goal at the time, you could see that transition right there. It was a really long shot. Grizz, really far away shot.
Yeah, Knoxum was the third man in that rotation and not going up for it, not missing it, not able to beat Grizz to that ball. Or Lasagna just trying to get back as fast as possible. There's no shot from their positioning that he could get there. So back to some early aggression, but Asheville sees it. He says, "We don't care. We're gonna try to score on you now." Less
That
than
is-
a minute here.
That is one thing I would like to see, to be able to keep that aggression up, is to have CSU really start to have a couple of series where they're forcing Asheville to basically defend their own goal the same way that they've forced them.
And it's a great 50, and no one's really there for Asheville.
Oh, it's a very
But
close.
it's high. It's chaotic. Oh, Knoxum's not able to be in the right way, and that's just a simple counterattack from Ali B. Oh, that hurts to see. It's great off the back wall, but Knoxum's already going towards the corner.
Right. Well, I think if Noxum had been able, right when they had attacked, if Noxum was just a little bit further back, not only would he have been able to prevent that goal, but potentially had an attack of his own. Because that ball was pretty much up in the air for anybody to take out once it was first initially shot on the goal.
Middle play. Asheville, you just want to waste time right now. You got a 2-goal lead. CSU has to do all the work. Just play it as slow as possible. Let the seconds tick down. They're going to try to go for another one. Mingo gets past one. Noxum's able to clear it out. Ali B, that's probably all they wrote here in Game 5. That's
now moving the series here to 3-2 UNC Asheville.
Match point Asheville.
Have really turned it around. Drops the first 2 games, but they have been on fire since then.
Immediate response. Like I said, they dropped the first 2 series 0-2, and then they've had basically a 3-game streak where they've been not necessarily just taking slowly picking it away, but they've had very dominant performances in terms of the last 3 games, especially in the game 4 where we had that 4-0 blowout there. But this one was definitely, we got to see a little bit of sparks from CSU where they were able to show that aggression. Cole was able to have some really, really good shots on goal. Good setups by Noxum and Lasagna for that. So both times they were able to do sort of that bread and butter setup where they're able to have a really good setup where, set it, pretty much put the ball right in front of the goal and the other teammate is basically able to drive it in and have a very direct shot. Not a lot of shots have come in just these little fluke shots. Even, I will say Asheville's had a couple of fluke shots where it's a very scrappy. But most of CSU's goals have been very good playmaking. Right. Where they've had good coordination.
But it's do or die match point in favor of Asheville. CSU just has to figure out how to change it. Cole's going to get some nice touches off. Wall kind of sets it up. It's off. Nobody's able to get there. Counter-attack here from Asheville into the corner. Should be dealt with by CSU. Early aggression. I love to see that out of CSU. You want to see that with your back on the wall.
I mean, that's going to be the only way that they can really change the pace. Is that they can't have their back against the wall for this match. They have to be able to pick up the aggression, not for just this match, but for the rest of the matches here. They were able to really pull that off and show that in Game 1 and a good bit in Game 2. But if they're able to sort of come back to form on... Ooh, nice! Great shot by Cole right there. And we can see right here, a very solid... This is what they've done, and this is how they've been successful. You have a really good setup right there, and then their teammate is able to come in and immediately have a very direct shot on goal.
And that's the type of playmaking CSU needs to do if they're going to want to pull it back, send this to Champions Field in Game 7.
It got him to the big dance. It got him to the championship. So if they're able to keep replicating that and be able to consistently have those good shots, they have a really good chance to be able to pull this back.
He's going to win 250s, put Asheville in great position. But Grizz and Mr. Flamingo going to fight, kind of fight amongst each other to try to get that goal. Nothing happens. Noxum pinches it off the side wall. And going to be back to some corner play. CSU going to try to reset here. Gets past one. Yeah. Pick this up. It's just a great series.
Oh, it's been incredibly exciting. Even the games that are more dominant on one side, it's still an incredibly exciting game.
And the breakaway, Noxum's going to get the demo. It's going to be off. He'll put that down. Zanya, a little bit of a touch, saved by Grizz. OD's going to get the beat. Noxum's there, saves it.
Great save by Noxum.
CSU survives their lead. That didn't make sense.
They're able to hold on to it. Absolutely.
Yes.
See, Lasagna's able to knock that goal out here.
Now it's all out just sits back and forth, trying to find some way to break through towards the back line. Grizz will take this up over one. Noxum gets it out to the side. Low boost for both sides right now. Shot on target.
That's close. Oh, barely get it in there.
could have been awkward angle for Grizz, but he's able to just get a wheel on it for a soft touch. 1-1.
A very scrappy goal, like we said right there. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of touching between. It wasn't just a pass to a goal. It was a lot of CSU to Asheville to CSU back to Asheville for that.
Almost just took the lead back. Third man. Just gets a rotation off of CSU. One miss there. Oxen's right there. Cole's just cheating up too much.
Did he have enough boost at that point?
No.
Okay.
He's just messed up rotation.
Okay.
Third man. Shots can come off the wall at any time, especially really powerful shots. You got to be able and ready to see some shots come from areas.
Shot center. All right.
Oxen just got the double tap. This would be quite an incredible season for Asheville if they were able to win this series.
An undefeated series, correct?
Undefeated series, but also, if you think back a few months ago, Hurricane Helene, was it Helene that
Yes.
tore through? Asheville's campus was decimated. Most of their esports teams had to completely forfeit out of the season just because everywhere was underwater, everywhere was destroyed. So in one way, it's quite a great feat that Asheville was able to still compete here in Rocket League. And also, that kind of season with a hurricane blowing through. So if you're an Asheville fan, this is their season. It's akin to 2016 Astros.
Ooh, that is a nice little comparison right there. I mean, you've got, it is, oh, look at this.
Is that
Could be a
in?
great-
No, it's not.
Close.
So you can still threaten here. Great redirect to get it close to goal. Huge challenge. Ooh, Josh, it's just not quick. I think he's just getting that touch 3-1. CSU needs to find the grit that they need.
You've got a minute here to be able to pick up 2 goals here to at least take it into overtime.
Off the corner. The chaotic Noxon's able to get this. I get a second touch. Does not. Cole's gonna throw back, but it's all to Asheville. You want corner play right now. That's not scary.
Well, let's say with corner play, it gets really, really difficult to be able to set up shots where it becomes very easily contested. And you can easily just get the ball up, get it away, and get it back to midfield.
Seconds taken away, and that's that slow ball the CSU's have. That's not what you want. You need to get this into Asheville's net as quickly as possible. Moxie's going to put it there, but Ali B, good touch.
Good defense there.
As a demo, CSU feel like you have to score right here. Lasagna in!
Oh, what a good score right there.
It's not over till it's over.
He's had 3 shots on goal so far this match, and he's finally been able to put one away. So now it comes down to the final 5 seconds here. It's all going to really, this face-off here, when they finally fight for the ball dominance here for ball control, it's really going to sort of determine this match here.
Kind of one, but Flamingo's just going to take that in. Nobody's there. Asheville wins the series 4-2.
And that will complete the fall split here for the division, and so that'll take UNC Asheville to an undefeated split.
Like you said, 10-0 fall season.
Which is, like you mentioned before, that is incredibly impressive. From coming back where, like you said, almost all of their esports teams were forfeited because of the wreckage, because of the destruction. So that is nothing but respect to these Asheville players. They played incredibly well. They were able to adapt very quickly after game 2 and put on a very dominant performance in terms of just being aggressive. These last 2 games were a lot closer. However, you could see just if we were able to even put up a chart and see the amount of time spent on each half, we would probably see a quite heavily favored UNC Asheville in terms of presence on their opponent's side of the field.
We'll look back at overall.
Wow. Again. CSU goes up 2-0. This is almost exactly what happened in our semifinal match.
Oh, okay.
Arkansas Tech went up 2-0 in the series, and CSU battled back for 4 straight wins to get us to the finals with the upset over the number 1 seed. But
I mean, it was a really fun match to watch. It really was. I mean, the first 2 were incredibly exciting, non-stop action. We were like, I could feel like us just being like on the edge of our seats, especially for those first 2. I mean, and but when a team is able to gain momentum, it can be really difficult to get past that. And Asheville was able to do an incredible job. I mean, it was no knocks on Charleston Sun. They put in an awesome performance. We could really see when they had really good playmaking abilities, they were able to have very decisive goals, very decisive goals, very precise strikes. However, Asheville was just able to be really aggressive, have a lot of control onto their opponent's side of the field, and just be able to put a lot of goals away in pretty good succession, especially in Game 4. So that happens, though. That'll happen, and like I said, it was a really fun game to watch no matter what. So hopefully we'll be able to see CSU be able to sort of take this loss in stride and then be able to basically just strategize how they're going to move forward in the spring split. They don't have the guaranteed position in the playoffs. However, I mean, if you're able to see yourself going to the finals, that's a really, I mean, if you're able to even make it this far again, it may not be a guaranteed spot, but you've pretty much got a really solid contention to be able to come back into the playoffs.
And there's a point system that the NECC uses. It's a little bit complex, but playoff finishing, wherever you finish playoffs, weighs a lot more than regular season finishing. So CSU is going to be in a good position. If you don't get an automatic bid, there's going to be a last chance qualifier tournament at the end of the spring season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they're in a great position. I mean, these guys played incredibly well, and they should be proud of themselves. Speaking of which, what's up, guys? Hello. Listen, it was so fun to watch you guys compete. It really was. I mean, when you guys were able to set up shots for each other, it was really, really impressive, really fun to watch. So, do you guys want to sit down?
Or at least talk us through. You win game 1, game 2.
Yep.
And then what happened?
We trolled.
You trolled
really hard. Yeah.
Come on, sit down.
We have an own goaling problem.
So you're gonna have to speak directly into the microphone.
Okay.
These things are the high quality mics.
Yeah, we got a problem with own goaling. The demos killed us. UNC Asheville is much better at demoing us.
Oh, absolutely. That was one big thing.
Our defense is pretty bad. I don't know what it is. I think we just have a communication issue when it comes to defense. Once they put us on the back foot and they start stealing our car boosts, then we're pretty much done every time. So
right. I mean,
we gotta work on that.
The one thing that we were able to see a lot was that the constant aggression that they were able to put very consecutive shots on your guys' goal. And like you said, when they're constantly putting pressure and they're controlling boost, it can be really hard for anybody to really kind of respond to them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but here's the thing is you guys were able, when you guys were on and you guys had clear shots, you had really, really good setups.
Yeah.
It's so that's something that I think that you guys could be really proud of in terms of your performance. It was really fun, like game 1 and game 2 especially, you were really, really able to see those highlights and really show you guys shine in those moments. So you guys definitely had it.
And
yeah, like I said, you got to bring it in close. These are not condenser mics. So you got to talk directly into it to be able to pick it up.
Even with the loss, right? You've set the team up to be in a good spot for the spring split. It's a lot of points, so it's not a guaranteed spot for a last chance qualifier, but we're one of the top teams to be there already. And you got NECC spring semester, you got the Big South regular season starting in January. A lot of chances to come back and actually win some championships. So I think we'll wrap up stream here, and we can go and head out here.
Thank you,
Guys, it was a pleasure.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely,
I
guys.
still have a gift for you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You guys presents?
The-
I built up a magic deck with Commander.
Yeah, me and Josh, we play Magic the Gathering. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's pretty fun. And I help him with stuff, and he pays me back with stuff like this.
Okay, that's cool.
Built a custom one for mine and based on me and my wife.
Oh, okay.
So
She plays?
a little bit here and there.
Okay.
But we got a custom commander based on an actual card, but it's fun with me and my wife on our wedding day.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's super nice.
As we wrap it up here, David, again, thank you so much for A, commentating, and B, allowing us to use your facility and your resources to play these matches.
Absolutely.
We'll be back here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. start time.
Yep.
Overwatch Championship match, Charleston Southern, number 4 seed versus the number 6 seed, University of Alabama, Huntsville.
That was a really fun game to watch. That was a bit of an upset for Huntsville to be able to come back against, what was it? It's
Warner. Yep.
I think Warner did not expect, because I was watching the post-game breakdown that they were having, they did not expect a loss. They were very much looking forward to going to the championships, and I think they just got caught off guard, and they were incredibly surprised with how well their opponents played. So I think that'll be it's going to be another fun match to play, or another fun match to call with you. And like I said, I think we'll have a good turnout as well. I think there are quite a few people who are excited to come actually and watch this live. So it'll be fun. But no, it's been a pleasure having you guys. Like I said, I am so excited to see how esports has grown in the collegiate scene, like we mentioned earlier, and we are 100% dedicated to helping you guys out any way we can. And this is, like I said, this is a fun night. We had a good night. It ended in a loss for our local school here, but they played great, and they have a lot to look forward to for the spring split. And if they had a near undefeated season, so they have a really good momentum to go into for spring split.
Yeah.
Absolutely, guys.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure.
We'll see all of you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Go have a great one.
I don't need my webcam, so I'll just leave that here. Okay. That was, because I'm actually pretty worried about Huntsville, because they've gotten so good. This is the one I thought we would win.
Yeah.
Just because there's the revenge idea.
That was they played really, really well. And I don't, honestly, I don't know what was going on with whatever small packet loss they were seeing so they had a little bit of packet loss at the very beginning, and then it was stable. And then when they were joining games,